First rates Wednesday morning, and it will just come up any second now. Any second the first rates will just start coming up on your screen now. 13 points higher for Nifty. The market breadth not that powerful like what you were hoping for, but it is nice and steady. Newsmakers now, not too many newsmakers, but the one which, I mean, it's an odd one out. Which one I want to start with? That is IOC, because numbers were quite decent. Then you want to look at Tata Motors, where that stock has moved. Post numbers it went up, yesterday it came down. Jubilant Foodworks, high beta stock, tends to react to numbers, same store sales. That's the number which everybody looks with a magnifying glass. Let's look at that one again in terms of where the setup is. Jubilant Food is rising ahead of numbers. Keynes India came out with good set of numbers. The management will be joining us a little later. And there you go. When you deliver in this market, the markets would say thank you very much. 1080, it's a brand new high for Keynes India. Bharti, yes, no, numbers were ordinary quarter, but in ordinary quarter for a stock which has been an ordinary mover this year, I guess the result reaction is constructive. But Aisha, it's the green and red. It's a combination of large cap down, mid cap up.
Yeah, can't really see a direction at least come by for the Nifty, but who knows? Let's see. It's typically the latter half when the markets really make a decisive move. After DLF's performance, there's Oberoi Realty as well. The EBITDA has come in higher by nearly about 5% in the quarter gone by. Net profit has come in at 480 crore rupees versus the comparable of 232. Still, Oberoi Realty is down 3.5%. A large part of the move in realty names already happened after DLF's earnings. That's on Monday. There's also Amber Enterprises. EBITDA has shot up 62%. Margin expansion of 30 basis points. LIC Housing Finance, we're going to be chatting with the management as well. Profit NI, both have managed to post a beat. The NIMs have come in at 2.9% versus 2.65. There's JK Paper also, which came out with its numbers. Credit Access Grameen, CCL Products, Dalbros, Triveni Turbine. These are all a positive set of earnings reactions. And you are seeing a decent move come in on some of these. BPCL, by the way, the board has now approved a capex plan worth about 51,881 crore rupees. BPCL shoots up 1.25% as we speak right now. Now to the result disappointments, and unfortunately there are many at that. Nikunj highlighted Bharti. There's also JSPL, wherein the numbers are largely below the estimates, and the sales volumes have seen a downtick of about 2% on a year-on-year basis. Jindal Steel starts off lower by 2.5%. Metropolis Health, we're going to be chatting with the management later on in the show. Profits are down nearly 7%. Margins have come in flat. For Paris Defense as well, the EBITDA downtick of 2.5%. Margins have slipped 240 basis points. Reddington, VMart, these are all stocks or other companies which have posted a disappointing set of numbers. But let's just revisit and see where the Nifty has settled in at, and fairly quiet, just about trotting around that 18,300 level on the Nifty futures. And even the market breadth within the F&O universe at least is pretty much even Steven. Kunal, difficult to pick out stocks to trade in this market?
Yeah, difficult to pick out stocks, and I think it makes sense to stick to maybe mid-cap names or the ones which are riding on momentum. Doesn't make sense to go for a contra buy into these kind of markets, specifically for large-cap names. So I think in that aspect, would stick to the performers. ICICI Bank has been one of the performing stock from the banking name, a lot more consistent, and that's a stock which I would continue to look to buy, specifically if it dips, say, comes back towards 940, 945 mark.
All right, so sticking to the large cap marquee names, is that a strategy, Naresh, that you're taking as well?
Continuing to stick the stocks which are breaking out and look good. So Coal India has broken out yesterday. Would expect it to go further. So adding a little bit more here, looking a move towards 260 in the short term.
From Naresh, the first rates from Kunal.